Simon Hampton's in London for the Cricket World Cup, and Lord's watching the game. Hello.
Hello.
What's happening now?
So the English fielders are just doing their warm-ups. There's no sign yet of the New Zealand batsmen. The whole crowd's on their feet. This atmosphere is absolutely electric inside the home of cricket. We're just waiting for the New Zealand batsmen to emerge out of the famous long room at Lord's. So our eyes are sort of stuck on that doorway. England's ready to go. They're all out here. It'll be Jofra Archer, the 19-year-old fast bowling sensation for England, who will bowl their over. So no pressure on a 19-year-old. But we're waiting to see who the New Zealand batsmen are. Options for them, I guess, are Colin de Grandhomme's a big hitter, but he didn't play very well in New Zealand's innings earlier today. Kane Williamson, perhaps. They go to the captain, the man they call steady the ship. Or perhaps they go to Martin Guptill, the guy who's been out of form. What a time to get in form, to have a super over. So England's ready to go. Still no sign of New Zealand. We're waiting to see which New Zealand batsman will come out of the pavilion. And so
you're hoping it's going to be soon, Simon, otherwise you're going to have to pad forever. That's a cricket joke, by the way. Are they, are they supposed to be... What?
No, it's just very loud here, so I'm trying to make out what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying anything intelligent at all. I'm just trying to pad as well, hoping that New Zealand's going to come out and declare itself, if you'll excuse the other cricketing joke.
Still no sign. England's ready to go. They're setting their field.
I bet they are.
At the end of his run, they're in good spirit. They absolutely charged home. What do they need? 15 off the last 4 balls in regulation play, if we call it that. And then Ben Stokes hit that 6, and they had that freakish 6-run play. And it was the Christchurch-born Ben Stokes, of all people, bringing it home for England. And then they played so well in that super over. 15 runs is a tough ask. It's not impossible for New Zealand, but it is going to require a serious feat. I think we've got 2 New Zealand batsmen coming out. They're walking down the pavilion now.
Guptill and
Guptill and Neesham.
Yep.
Is that who we're seeing?
Yep. Guptill and Neesham.
Yeah, so, Neesham looked very sharp when he batted earlier today, and he was unfortunate to get out, but he was batting very well. And Guptill's a big call. This guy has not scored runs all tournament since the opening game, and here he is coming out in the biggest 6 balls, in New Zealand cricketing history, really. And could he be the guy to bring home the World Cup for New Zealand?
Oh, well, he could. That's a big turnaround. I see on the Twitter, somebody said there are unconfirmed reports that Jofra Archer no longer has a resting heart rate.
Yeah, well, I must say, my heart rate, I would have loved to have won a heart rate monitor during this match, because it's been all over the show. This match has just swung around. England's been on top, then New Zealand's been on top. And we've just seen this crowd has just been right into it. There's plenty of Indian fans, plenty of Australian fans as well, who obviously had tickets thinking their team might make the final. And most of those neutrals have ended up supporting New Zealand. So it's actually been, I wouldn't call it an even crowd, but perhaps more support for New Zealand than you'd think. The batsmen are ready to go. Now, Jimmy Neesham will face the first ball, so Guptill will be at the non-strikers end. Another thing to note is that Martin Guptill is a very fast runner, so one of the bonuses for him, of course, is that he'll be able to turn a lot of 1s into 2s, which in a 1-over situation, you need every run you can get. So Jofra Archer's ready to go. Jimmy Neesham is just taking his guard and surveying the field and working out where the gaps are. He's looked ready to go now. Jofra Archer's at the top of his run-up. He's just setting off and running in to bowl to Jimmy Neesham now. And Jimmy Neesham misses it. No, it's a wide. It's a wide. Jofra Archer has bowled a wide. He struggled in regulation time with wides. He bowled a number of wides, and he's bowled one here. So that's a free run for New Zealand.
We'll take that.
1 run off essentially 0 balls.
Yeah,
so,
we'll take that.
Absolutely take that. That's 3 runs and another chance. And I think Jimmy Neesham will take another chance as well, because he did look a little bit at sea there. So 19 years old, and here's Jofra Archer, all the pressure on him.
Oof.
As he runs in now to bowl to Neesham. And it's another good ball. It's straighter this time. Nisham digs it out and sends it down the ground. They'll turn and they'll get 2 easily. So New Zealand will be 3 for no wicket off 1 ball.
That's good.
3. So we need 12 runs off 5 to tie it. 13 off 5 to win it. So that's not a bad result.
13 off 5, we can do that, can't we?
We can do that.
No
We can
trouble.
do that. We can do that. He just
Time to
needs
find the
get
fence,
with
though.
one.
He's got to find the fence.
Yeah, he needs to find.
Is that the same as saying hitting a long ball?
Yes.
Finding the fence.
We need a boundary.
Yeah, I need a
We need
glossary.
to put the pressure back on the bowler.
Over mid-wicket and into the stands for 6.
Woohoo!
Shot from Jimmy Neesham.
Oh, yeah.
A clutch moment from the New Zealand all-rounder.
Oh!
Cup is within touching distance.
Cautious applause from the New Zealanders, not counting their
9
chickens.
runs off 2 balls for New Zealand. 6 needed off 4 to tie. 7 off 4 to win it.
Oh.
Oh, that's a high ball.
This crowd is stunned.
Oh,
They're on their feet. My goodness, they're going to need a lie down after this. Oh my goodness. Jofra Archer went for the Yorker. He fell a bit short. It was in the slot, and Jimmy Neesham didn't miss. All right, here's Jofra Archer for his 3rd ball. Comes into Neesham. Neesham swings it away into the onside. They'll look for 2 again. Misfield in the outfield by England, and New Zealand will get 2 easily.
oh my goodness.
11 off 3 for New Zealand. They need 5 off the last 3 to win it. 5 runs off the last 3 balls to win the World Cup. And Martin Guptill may not face a ball here, but his fast running there.
I'm having to give CPR to Corin down here.
I need to stand
By the way.
up. Is that all right?
Yeah, you stay. Run around.
This is tense. This is unbelievable. Jofra Archer, Jimmy Neesham taking his time. He goes up and down the wicket, prods the pitch a bit. Does a bit of gardening. Now he readjusts his gloves, making Jofra Archer wait and think about where he'll put this 4th ball. Now Archer runs in, bowls, and Neesham flicks it away into the onside. They should get 2. They'll definitely turn for 2. Here comes the throw into the bowler. Guptill's a fast runner. They'll get 2 again. 13
Beauty.
off 4 for New Zealand. They need 3 off the last 2 balls.
There you are. You see, they were right to bring him in. He's a runner.
They're right. He was fast. Guptill's wheels, that was close because Archer got the ball and took the bails off, but Guptill was safe.
We're looking at another
England
tie
needed
here.
3 runs. Well, England needed 3 runs off the last 2 balls in regulation time, and I thought they were going to get it, and they didn't. They tied it, so it's looking good for New Zealand. They're doing. Jimmy Neesham has done a wonderful job here. So has Martin Guptill. They're looking good, but my goodness, I've had enough of this game.
You feel, I know you feel.
I say who is the favourite.
Perhaps we could have a little hiatus while everybody goes out and makes a cup of tea.
But today I feel it. Yeah, I think I'll need something a bit stronger than a cup of tea.
What a time to make your commentary debut, Simon Hampton, as well.
Oh, I know. Okay, here's Jofra Archer running into Jimmy Neesham, the 5th ball. It's a short one. He pulls it away. They'll only get 1 off this one.
Oh, no.
He didn't time it at all. He hit it straight into the pitch. They'll get 1. So New Zealand need 2 runs off the last ball to win it.
As Martin
So it
Guptill.
is up to Martin Guptill.
Martin Guptill.
What a story for Martin Guptill in this tournament.
Out-of-form batsman.
Oh,
New
poor
Zealand side.
Martin.
So much talked about Martin Guptill. He delivered a clutch play in the semi-final to run out MS Dhoni of India, who had pretty much secure the win there. And he needs another clutch play. Yeah, the Black Caps are all on the balcony of the Lord's Pavilion. This ground has seen some historic cricket moments, but this match will go up there as one of the greats of all time at this ground and in all of cricket. And it just might be that New Zealand come out on top. It'll be Martin Guptill to face Jofra Archer in a ball to decide the World Cup. Archer's talking to his captain,
1 for a
Owen
tie,
Morgan, at the
2
moment.
for the win.
Morgan's trying to sort out his field. He's rearranging it, arms flailing everywhere. He's pointing players in all sorts of different directions. He's obviously got some sort of plan. Archer will try and bowl a delivery. I guess he'll need to pitch it up and get it in the slot and bowl a Yorker. The thing for England here is they've got guys back, but they also need guys in because with 2 fast runners out there, New Zealand can quite easily turn 1s into 2s, and that was all they need, really, is 2 runs off the last ball. So he's got 4 men inside the ring, 5 outside. Archer, here he comes to Guptill. Guptill tucks it away into the onside. The fielder's coming. Guptill turns for 2. He's running home. He's out. I think he's out. We have another tie.
They win.
Are you serious?
He's out. England are celebrating like he's out. The umpire hasn't given it
I
out.
think that means an England win, though, doesn't it?
England are running celebrating.
Yep.
New Zealand's got 1 run.
I think they count up the boundaries or the boundaries or something like that hit in the innings to decide the winner, so England will win.
England win because they hit more boundaries in the
Got a
match.
tie here.
Eh?
I think we were 14 off 5, so we needed 1 run to tie. So I think we've got I'm not sure what. We're just waiting for.
I think the English players certainly think
Yeah,
that they won it.
England have won because they
won.
hit more boundaries in the match.
In the over.
England have won because they hit more boundaries in the match. That's the way it goes.
Yep.
Yeah, the fireworks are off.
Certainly
We've
out.
Won the World Cup here. Guptill turned the ball into a mid-wicket. He's a fast cutter, but the outfielder came in so quickly, picked up the ball through a strike, to use a baseball term, over the stumps to the wicketkeeper, who took the bails off it. Guptill was out by a fair way. I mean, New Zealand had to go for the second run because, 1 run was never enough. So, I mean, New Zealand should take a bow. This has been
Take a bow.
performance, an almighty match.
Crikey.
Them, they were written off before this tournament as an underdog. They lost 3 straight games going into the playoffs. They snuck into the playoffs. All the semi-finalists looked at them thinking they were the easy team. India thought they would be the easy team. New Zealand pulled off a historic win over India in that semi-final at Manchester. And New Zealand came so close to pulling off a historic win.
I
here.
think we can be very happy to be having made so much history.
Oh, I absolutely think so. And I mean,
She
New
said,
Zealand
trying
should be
to
very
dry
proud of their
Corin's
performance.
tears.
It's tough.
Oh.
That is a tough one. It doesn't get much tougher than that
No.
when it comes to watching a cricket
I mean,
game.
this is a tough way to go. And
Oh,
and look,
boy.
you pull it back into regulation time when Martin Gup threw the ball in and England had 2 runs and the ball bounced off Ben Stokes and went to 4. And that turned out to be the difference in the end. It's such an unfortunate way to go. And England celebrated big time there, but I did see Owen Morgan was very quick, the England captain, very quick to go over and console Martin Guptill and Jimmy Neesham and say, thanks guys for probably the greatest cricket match of all time. We've just never seen a match with so much riding on it, of course. It's such a historic ground. It's just such an amazing match where it just went right down to the wire. And to be decided on how many boundaries the team hit is quite incredible. New Zealand fans are leaving now. They're obviously a bit down, but I think they'll hold their heads up high in the long run because that's an almighty performance by this New Zealand side.
Simon Hampton, thank you very much. Wonderful commentary. I hope you can enjoy the rest of the day, the evening as best you can. The evening as best you can. The evening as best you can.